to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man.
Hey YouTubers, this is Electronic World 101, and today I'll be doing a tutorial on how to take apart your Xbox 360 wireless controller. The accessories / tools you're going to need is your Torx T8 security screwdriver. Make sure you get the one with the hole in the middle. If not, you cannot open your wireless controller. A regular craft knife, or you can use a needle or a screwdriver or whatever floats your boat, because it's just going to be used to take away your barcode. And some regular Scotch tape. Alright, put those to the side. Here's your here's my Xbox 360 wireless controller. Alright, and this demonstration of taking it apart, I'm just going to take it apart and put it back together, and you guys can either take it apart to mod it, paint your controller shell, or just do cleaning, and I open it up to clean. Alright, so you're going to flip it over. As you see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 screws. And I believe it's the same on a wired controller, but on a wired you can just use a plain Phillips, I think. Alright, so I want to take these off, and if you want to fast forward this a couple seconds. If not, you can just watch me take them out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 'These ones are always annoying because it's deeper in the controller. And it's hard for you to see. Where it actually is. There's 5. And there's your 6. Alright. And then, whoops, you take off your battery pack, and your 7th screw is behind the barcode right here. Now, before I go on, I just want to let you know, once you take off that barcode, you basically stop your warranty on your controller. Controllers and accessories for Xbox usually are 90 days, and once you rip that off, the 90 days does not count no more. So if something broke in your controller, you would have to pay for it, and they won't give it to free. So you award your warranty void. Excuse me. So you're just gonna want to pick at it. And since I took the barcode off right there, now I have no more warranty. But this is an older controller, so it was up anyway. And then there's your other screw. Gonna unscrew that for you. Alright, all 7 screws are out. Now what you're gonna want to do, get that handy dandy Scotch tape that I told you about. Stretch a nice piece. Go from your back button over to your guide button, over to your X, touch the Y and the A, and then the B. You got extra, just curl it. Alright, and when you put a tape, don't press down on the button all the way, because then it'll be harder for you to put it back in. So what you're going to have to do is press down your RT and LT, sort of wiggle it. Alright, make sure you don't break your little battery, the metal pieces here that make the connection. Alright, and presto changeo. Here's your back shell. You can do what you want with that. Put it to the side. Here's the back of your controller. A few things before we go on. Right there, as I'm pointing to with the screwdriver, that's your motherboard for your controller. And basically, you don't want to mess around with that, because if you break it or like frig it up, your Xbox controller won't work, because that basically does the thinking. So when you hit your RT to shoot, say in a Call of Duty game, that's telling you you're hitting that button and sends the connection wirelessly to your Xbox to tell you to shoot. And this black chip right here, don't mess with that either, because that helps it think. Alright, so here you got your tumblers right here and right here, and you can take them off by pulling apart this white plug, but I'm not going to do that, and be careful if you do, because you can just break them totally. And if you've never seen an LT and RT button work, basically there's a spring in there, and when you click it, it slaps down. You can take it apart by putting your fingernail here and your fingernail here, and pops off, but there's a spring, so make sure it doesn't go flying. So I'm going to turn the chip around, and then your RB and LB and sync button panel, whoops, pops off the top. Alright, this is the front of it, and you have your LEDs if you wanted to change that, and all these little black things are where the buttons go. Your analog sticks are easy to take off if you want to change them. All you gotta do is pull slightly and wiggle, and it pops right off. Put it back on, you find it, it's like an oval, and you slap it back in, and there you go. Alrighty, put the chip to the side. This is the front side shell, the back view. You wiggle the insert, which any color insert you have, and your insert pops off. You have these little rubber things. All you gotta do is pull it up gently, and don't lose these or rip them or tear them, because this helps your buttons. When the button hits the top, it hits the little button at the bottom that slaps into your chip and hits all these. And this one's for your D-pad, so don't mess that one up. It just pops right off, see, because that's where your D-pad's located. And the whole point of the tape holds your buttons in. If you wanted to let the buttons out, all you gotta do is undo the tape, and there you go. Here, if you want to take the D-pad out, you have two small fill-up screws, so you get a Phillips like this, and you just loosen it out. Then you need tweezers, and you just pop the two little clips there, and it pops out. Alright? So that's what your controller looks like, basically. Plastic. So that's it. So if you wanted to use this tutorial on how to take apart your controller, which I showed you, you can either take it apart to paint everything, mod it, or clean it, which I just do cleanings because I don't need no rapid fire mods. I got my fast trigger finger there. Alright, so now I'm going to put it back together for you guys. Get the front shell, lay it flat, bring over your chip. You want to slide your analogs through first. Alright, you're going to want to put your tumblers in its little cage. Alright, and make sure the wires are kind of like bent like this way. And if you're forcing them, you'll know, because you'll feel the tension on the tumbler. So now I'm going to flip it over and give it a little more. Alright, it's in. Then you're just going to lift it up a bit and put your RB and LB in. So basically, you're going to fit it so this groove is up, and you slap it into these two plastic pegs. Alright, turn it around. You're going to get your insert and lay it in. There's going to be another little pins. Lay it in there. And then you're going to want to fit it all in, and it's going to fit in. You'll feel when the chip is completely pressed. Oops, just forgot something, guys. Sorry about that. I just forgot to put in the rubber things for the buttons. Do not do what I just did. You're just going to want to lay those over your button. The D-pad thing kind of has a little latch, and you kind of just push it over like a silicone bone case. Put it back in. Do a little wiggle jiggle. You might want to turn it around to see, because your analog sometimes will get stuck. Alright. Gets in. Now you're going to want to get your shell, the back piece of it, and fit over your RT and LT triggers. And don't forget about your little battery thing in here, the little compressors that connect. Pop it all over. Alright, once it's on, you're going to just want to give it a light squeeze, and you're going to hear that snap. So now it's in. Get your T8 screwdriver, and now you're just going to have to put them all in. So you're going to drop one. Alright, tighten it down slightly. You don't want to over tighten it before, you can turn them in slightly and then tighten them once they're all in. So let's turn it a few times, because it can stop it from stripping or being having the case go down crooked. Alright, these back ones are a pain in the neck, guys, because it's so deep in that cage, you don't know. Three more. Alright, after this I got one more. Alright, and last one goes behind. Now, what I'm about to show you, once I get this down and screwed in, if this makes you happy, you save your barcode, you line it up, stick it on and slap it through, and there you go. They'll still know you avoided your warranty, because the part you peel up will never stick back down, and you can see little cuts in it. But it's whatever. Basically, the warranty's for if your controller breaks, but your controllers will only break if you slam them on the ground or get mad at a video game and chuck it at the TV. And then you break your TV too, so that's retarded. Alright, so take away your tape on the top. If you want, you can just feel around. Everything works fine to make sure. Everything works great. Slap the battery pack in, and there you go. Controller's back together, brand new. Everything works fine. Alright, guys. That was my tutorial on how to take apart your Xbox 360 wireless controller. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll have more videos on unboxings, reviews, tutorials, and whatever else I get. Alright, guys, take care. Have a